The Champions League round of 16 second leg is here, and we are so excited. We that we're actually in it. The Arsenal fans, the Chelsea fans, the Manchester City fans, Manchester United. No, okay. There's no Manchester United. All right, Liverpool fans, Newcastle fans, Tottenham fans, and like everybody is excited. And when you look at the whole thing, you understand the fact that last week results didn't favor the Premier League teams. Of course, series of draws. Liverpool lost, Arsenal drew, Newcastle drew, Tottenham lost, Manchester City lost, Chelsea lost. And it was just crazy. It's now went into Conference League and Europa League as well. That draws here and there, or draws here and there. Draw for Nottingham Forest. No, Nottingham Forest even lost at home. Crystal Palace drew at home. Then Aston Villa only won. The only team that won away to Lille last week. Now, I hope this week is actually going to, be very positive for Premier League teams, and I hope they all qualify as well, because this is the week of qualification. If last week was just the week of the very first leg, whereby you can make your mistake, then you correct the mistake in the second leg. Now this is the second leg, and of course, BODOGLIMT will be away to Sporting Lisbon. Don't forget last week, Sporting Lisbon were walloped by BODOGLIMT 3-0, and this BODOGLIMT is actually a very surprising team. They surprised a lot this season. They beaten Inter home and away. In the playoffs, they beat in the group stage, they beat Manchester City. In the group stage, they also beat Atletico Madrid. As in, this team is just very, very surprising. And don't forget as well that this same BODOGLIMT, if they qualify, away to Sporting Lisbon, and also if Arsenal also qualifies at home to Leverkusen, they're actually going to miss. So it's going to be a cracker. But anyway, we are not talking about the quarterfinals now. We are talking about the round of 16 second leg. That's just the first game. Sporting Lisbon welcoming BODOGLIMT. Then the next game is Arsenal versus Leverkusen at the Emirates Stadium. Of course, last week they played a 1-1 draw. Leverkusen scoring first through that Ulrich Eder, and the equalizer from the penalty from that run from MADRID that caused that penalty, and Havertz converted the penalty. So that's another game there. Then the next game will be the game between Real Madrid versus Manchester City, which is Man City versus Real Madrid, because Man City is actually playing at home. They are playing at the Etihad. And last week, don't forget that Real Madrid flogged Manchester City 3-0. The hat-trick from Valverde. A very unprecedented hat-trick, a very surprising hat-trick, because nobody would ever predicted that Valverde would have, scored an hat-trick versus Manchester City, and that was how it went anyway. And this time around, they are actually coming to the Etihad, and previous meetings have actually shown that Etihad is not actually a very good place for Real Madrid, so it might be a turnaround for Manchester City. In Spain they call it remontada. I hope they are able to do their remontada today. I mean Manchester City, but if they don't do it well, it is left to them, and that's just how it is. And I'm so sure that Real Madrid will not just be watching them do a remontada. Then the next game is actually a game between Chelsea versus Paris Saint-Germain. Don't forget, last week it was a drubbing, after they played 2-2, entering into 50-something minutes, and Chelsea just collapsed. And they collapsed like that, and that was actually very, very crazy for Chelsea. And I look at them and I'm like, what exactly are they fighting for this season? What exactly is that problem? After they spent a lot of money, they spend a lot of money, they change coaches and all that, and nothing has changed. So what is happening to Chelsea? They just got a ban recently. They got a ban yesterday or so, and that they are not going to sign players for the next 1 year. What exactly is the problem of Chelsea? Is it that they are not properly managed? Is it that the coach is not doing the work? Or is it that the players that are actually faulty? Is it just the management as a whole that have issue, or that has issue rather? So I don't know, and I don't understand what's actually going on right there. What I know is that they are playing PSG today, and they ended up losing 5-2 in Paris, and this time around they are playing at Stamford Bridge. I hope Chelsea will be able to have a turnaround, and because in Champions League, Chelsea always spring up surprises and they bring it up. So I hope this time around, they turn the tide around, and they also do remontada too in English, a turnaround in English. So that's just how it is today. Champions League, let's go!